Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you a recipe for how to make the ultimate chocolate chip cookie. These are crunchy on the edges and soft and gooey in the middle. Once you've tried these chocolate chip cookies, you'll never want to make any other recipe ever again. So if you would like to learn how to make these, then let's get started. The first ingredient for these cookies is butter. You will need to use room temperature butter as we will be creaming it with the sugar. Measure out the butter and add it to a medium-sized mixing bowl. The recipe for these chocolate chip cookies will be listed in the information box as well as a printable version on my website, so just click the link on the screen now. To the butter we are going to add two types of sugar, brown sugar and regular sugar. You will need to use both types of sugar to get the best results for your cookies, as they both work in different ways. Brown sugar contains molasses, so it makes the cookies really gooey in the centre and adds a caramel type flavour, whereas the regular sugar creates a crunchy edge to the cookies. Measure out the sugars and add to the same mixing bowl as the butter. You can use a stand mixer or just a wooden spoon here to cream the butter and sugars together. If your butter is at room temperature, this should only take a few minutes. You want everything to be well incorporated and for the mixture to be quite light. Next, crack in one good quality free-range egg and add a splash of good quality vanilla extract. The vanilla really helps to round out the flavours and pairs really well with the chocolate. Mix the ingredients together until well combined. Measure out a cup of flour and add to the mixing bowl. For this recipe I'm using baking soda as the rising agent. From my experience with making chocolate chip cookies, you can add baking soda, baking powder or a little of each. All three options have different outcomes. Baking soda produces flat spread out cookies like the ones in this recipe. Baking powder produces more of a puffed up rounded cookie, and a mixture of both produces a cookie somewhere in between. It's completely up to you what you use. Add it to the mixing bowl and mix the ingredients together until just combined. Once you can't see any more flour, it's time to add some chocolate chips. I'm using some dark chocolate chips here, but the possibilities of what you could add to these cookies are endless. Nuts, dried fruit, white chocolate, anything goes. Add to the mixing bowl and fold the cookie dough together until everything is well combined. This cookie dough is now ready to be baked, but if you want to keep it for later, you can store it in the fridge for up to 3 days or in the freezer for a few months. Roll your cookies out and place them on a baking sheet topped with baking paper. To do this I'm using an ice cream scoop. It works really well at making all of the cookies the same size, and it's just easier than using a spoon. I'll have it linked in the information box if you are interested. Make sure to give the cookies some room around them as they will spread as they bake. Place them into a 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degree Fahrenheit oven for about 7 to 10 minutes. These cookies are done when the edges start to brown. Remove the cookies from the oven and leave them to cool on a baking tray for a few minutes before transferring to a wire rack. These cookies will stay fresh in a container for up to 5 days, but of course they are best eaten straight out of the oven. If you make these cookies, don't forget to send me a picture on my social media and let me know what you think of them. I love to see your recreations. For more baking videos, take a look at this chocolate salted caramel tart, or for other recipes, take a look at my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!